Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we wrote the code to call the getAllRooms API in our Angular application. And in today's video, we will write the code to show the rooms data on the page. And after this, we will implement the pagination in Angular. So let's get started. So in our Angular application, we will open dashboard.component.ts file. And in this file we need to store total rooms available in our DB. So we will create a variable and we will name this as total, and after this we will give it a type of any. And after this we need to set the value in this total variable. So after the API call we will use this total variable, and after this we will use res and we will call total pages, and after this we will multiply this by 1 because our page size in the backend application is 1. And after this we will save this file and we will open dashboard.component.html file, and in this file we will create a div and we will give it a class of center form, and in this div we will create a button tag and we will give it a class of post room btn, and for the text we will write post room. And after this we will add a router link, and for the value we will set it as /admin/room. And after this button we will create a div tag and we will give it a class of room container, and in this room container we will create another div and we will give it a class of room row, and on this room row we will apply ng for loop, and after the let keyword we will name the single room as room, and after the off keyword we will mention rooms. And in this div we need to create a card for the room, so we will write ng card tag, and after this we need to create buttons for this card, and to do this we will use ng actions, and in this we will pass action edit and action delete, and we will write the implementation for these actions after some time. And after this in this ng card tag we will write ng skeleton tag, and after this we need to show the room name and room type, so we will use ng card meta tag, and for the avatar we will pass avatar template. And after this for ng title we will set room.name, and after this we need to show the room type, so we will use ng description and we will write room.type. And after this we need to show the price of the room, so we will again use ng card meta tag, and for the ng description we will pass room.price. And after this we need to create avatar template, action edit and action delete ng templates. So after the ng card tag we will write a tag of ng template, and after this we will mention #avatar template. And after this in this template we need to show the avatar, and to do this we will use ng avatar tag, and in the ng source we need to pass the URL of the image, and you can pause the video and you can copy this URL or you can give your own avatar. And after this we will create another ng template, and for this we will mention #action edit, and in this we need to show edit icon, so we will use span tag, and for the ng type we will give it as edit, and after this we will give it a class of icon. And after this we will create another ng template, and for this we will mention #action delete, and in this ng template we will use span tag, and after this for the ng type we will give it as delete. And with this our HTML code is completed. Now let's save this file and let's open our CSS file, and in this file I will paste the CSS code, and you can pause the video and you can copy this code or you can write your own styling. And after this we will save this file and we will run our application. And as you can see we got an error in the HTML file related to ng loading, and to fix this error we will open dashboard.component.ts file, and in this file we will create a variable and we will name this as loading, and we will set the value as false. And after this we will go to the API call, and in this function on the line number 26 we need to write res.room_dto list. And after this we will save this file and we will open HTML file, and in the HTML file on line number 7 for ng loading we will replace this false with the variable loading. and after this we will save this file. And as you can see, our application got compiled without any errors. Now let's go to the browser, and on the login page of our application we need to enter the details of admin user, and after adding the email and password we will click on this login button. And as you can see, we got redirected to the admin dashboard where we can see a post room button, and after this we are getting the room card where we can see the room avatar, and after this we can see the room name, and after this we can see the type of the room and price, and at the end we are getting buttons to edit and delete. And now let's go back to the Angular application and let's implement the pagination functionality. And in our Angular application, in the dashboard.component.html file, after this div, we will create another div and we will give it a class of pagination. And in this pagination div, we will create NZ pagination. And after this, we will give NZ page index as current page, and after this we will give NZ total as total, and after this we will give NZ page size is equals to 1, and after this on the change of NZ pagination we need to call a function, and to do this we will use NZ page index change, and on this event we will call a method page index change, and in the params we will pass event. And after this we will save this file and we will open dashboard.component.ts file, and in this file we will create a method and we will name this as page index change, and after this in the params of this method we will accept value, and in the body of this method we need to update the current page, and after this we need to call this getRooms method. So we will write this dot current page and we will set it as value, and after this we will write this dot get rooms. And with this the code for the pagination is completed. Now we will save this file, and as you can see our application got compiled successfully. Now let's go to the browser, and in the browser as you can see we got the pagination where we can see it is showing 2 pages, and after this we will click on this 2 button, and as you can see after the API call our room data got updated, and now it is showing the data for the second room. And that's it for today's video. In the next video we will create delete room API call in our Spring Boot application.